Okay, so good job installing your new trucks. Now you have to learn how to install your new wheels and your new bearings. I'm going to show you two methods. I'm going to show you one where you are going to remove your old wheel and remove your old bearings, and I'm going to show you how to install brand new bearings and brand new wheels onto brand new trucks. Just in case you ever upgrade and you want to use your old bearings and your new wheels, or if you just happen to buy all new trucks like this and you want to start from scratch, straight out of the package with everything. So the first method I'm going to show you is how to remove your old wheels and how to remove your old bearings. So all we're going to use for this is our Spitfire skate tool. It has three different sizes, so you can figure out which size you need for your hardware. And it also comes with this cool little double-sided tool here. One side is Phillips, the other side is a hex bit. So depending on your hardware, sometimes these screws here are Phillips, sometimes they are hex, depending on what you buy. So what you're going to do, step number one, take your tool, find the side that fits, and we are going to loosen up the nut holding on our wheel. Once it gets loose enough, you could just unscrew it with your fingers to remove it so it doesn't go flying somewhere. From there, we're done with our tool, and we're going to carefully lift up our wheel because there is a speed washer right on top. We're going to set that aside. We're going to set our wheel aside for a moment, and we have another speed washer on the inside. We could remove that if we're changing the trucks and everything, or if we are starting from scratch. So we'll just pretend that these are now brand new. Now we need to remove our old bearings. Now I'm going to use a lockpick here to point, but you have your bearings here, and then see this little bit of white in the middle, that gap? You want to slide your wheel down on the axle here just until the tip of the axle is right in that gap, and you're going to pry the bearing out. Let me walk around the camera to get you a better angle. So we're going to slide it down about halfway, and we're just going to pry back and remove our bearing. We'll set our bearing aside, and we're going to flip it and do it again. This angle, you're going to see it a little better. So that's the tip of your axle here. You want it to be just about there, like just there, and then we're just going to pry our bearing out. Just like so. Now we are starting from scratch. Let me point those down just a bit. So that's my lockpick. I will move out of the way. So we have our two speed washers, the nut for our axle, we have our two bearings here, and we have our wheel. So now let's say that we're starting from scratch. We just bought our new wheel, our new bearings, our new washers, and we're ready to throw these on. So what you're going to do is pick up your first speed washer. Now on this particular speed washer, one side feels rough and the other side feels very smooth. Whenever I've got speed washers like that, I put the smooth side facing the bearing. So if this is the rough side, it's going to go face down, and the rough side is going to touch the truck. The smooth side is going to face the wheel. So once you've done that, you're going to take your bearing. Now these are shielded on both sides, but if you have your bearings such as Bones, I use Bones Reds when I skate, one side will have like a red shield, and then the other side, you'll actually see the ball bearings inside. That side with the ball bearings exposed, you are going to put into the wheel. You want the shield side facing the trucks, and on the other side, you want the shield side facing outwards. You don't want to put them backwards because dust and debris and dirt will just get in there and just destroy your bearings. Especially if you go through puddles, the water just destroys it as well. So always put the unshielded side into the wheel. So this is shielded on both sides. We're going to put the shield side facing out, slide it straight down on top of our speed washer, just like so. We're going to take our wheel and we're going to press down with a bit of force, just like that. And we've installed our bearing. Now, if you have spacers, I use spacers generally on my boards, but you don't have to. It's not like detrimental if you do or don't. Sometimes it's preference. Some people don't like the way it sounds when you drop the board. Some people don't like the way it sounds when you ollie. Some people love it and swear by it. If you power slide a lot, you're going to love them. But if you have a spacer, what you're going to do is put the shield side once again facing the truck. You're going to put your spacer, if you have one, on top of the bearing. And then once again, we're going to slide our wheel straight down on top of it. And we're going to give it some pressure like so. And we got ourselves our bearings installed on our wheel. From here, you want to just give it a quick spin just to make sure that it doesn't feel wobbly. If it feels wonky or wobbly when you do this, you're going to want to put it back down and give it some even pressure all the way around. Not all bearings are going to go in as smooth as these ones just did. But you want to press. You know, you could even spin it like this and just make sure, don't like, force it down, but just enough to where you are, balancing it out. So from here, we see that our wheel spins straight. We're going to set it on. Now, as a millennial skater, I always put my logo facing inward. It's just a preference thing. Don't worry about it. It's not a cool kid thing, or I guess it might be a cool kid thing. For me growing up, so on my trucks, I put the logo facing in. It is a cool logo, but the thing is after you've ridden your board a few times, it starts to just like scratch off, and then it just looks like a weird spot on your wheel. So I've always just liked the clean look of the white wheels on the outside. But if you really want to and you want to show off the logo, you can flip it this way. So just like so, we'll do it the way that I normally do, with the white on the outside. We're going to take our second speed washer. Again, the rough side is going to face us this time. The smooth side is going to touch the bearing. So we're going to drop that right on top, just like so. And then we're going to finish it off. We're going to take our nut and we're going to first finger tighten it. Always finger tighten at least a few threads. That way you're not cross-threading the nut here. If you cross-thread it, you will ruin your axle, especially if you don't have a rethreader. This tool doesn't have a rethreader attached to it, although it is a really cool tool. If you have a rethreader, it helps, but you don't want to ever get into that situation anyway. But now what we're going to do is we're going to tighten our wheel down, and you're going to tighten until you feel it start to resist. So about there. And then right now, this might have happened to you. Right now, I've tightened it so much that it won't spin. All you have to do is just loosen it a half a turn. Try it again. Starting to spin, but it's not fast enough, so I'm going to go a little bit looser. Now, it's spinning. So let me take this off real quick, and I want to show you guys with the logo, because I just realized the white side doesn't show you how fast it's spinning. So let's flip it one more time. So if you have installed your wheels and you're having an issue where you've tightened them down and now they won't spin at all, so we're going to go ahead and put the nut back on. We're going to finger tighten first to make sure it's not cross-threaded, and we're going to tighten until we feel resistance, and we're going to stop at that first side of resistance, which is there. So right now we've installed our new wheels, our new bearings, and oh no, it's not wanting to spin. Don't panic, just take your tool and loosen a half a turn and try it again, just like that. Look how smooth that is. Easy enough, easy to do. You guys can do this by yourself. If you are obviously a kid, it is always good when you have sharp tools to enlist the help of an adult, a parent, or somebody over the age of 18 to help you. But I know I have faith in you guys to do this. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys build up your boards and getting out there and let's go skate. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something from it, and I will catch you in the next one.